Since the invention of the automobile, how you control your car was fixed based on the time you bought your car. The technology that was in your car the day that you picked it up was the same for the entire life of the vehicle. Updates were either impossible or impractical. But in 2014, Apple introduced a feature called CarPlay that allows compatible cars to get smartphone-like features on the car but pushed directly from the phone. Android Auto followed up about a year later, and over the past decade, both Apple and Android have been making improvements to their offerings. Anymore, having support for CarPlay or Android Auto in your car is pretty much expected, unless you own a Tesla. From the very beginning, Tesla has chosen to walk a different path. They don't really like to play by everyone's rules. And for the most part, I like that they're disrupting the auto industry. The software on the Tesla is entirely home built within Tesla, and it's almost magical in places and has a lot of built-in features, and it updates over the air. However, it doesn't support Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and many people in the Tesla community have been saying that this should be supported in the car. I'm betting that you are in one of two different camps with regard to CarPlay. There doesn't seem to be many people in the middle. You're either in the "give me CarPlay, I can't believe this isn't supported" camp, or you're in the "you don't need CarPlay, embrace how Tesla does it. This is the way."
This is the way.
Well, if you're part of that second camp, then you probably won't find this video very helpful or interesting, and you might just want to scroll on to your next video. Okay, I'm assuming at this point that the only people left watching this video are here because you want to see CarPlay on your main Tesla screen, and I have a product from CarLinkit that will get you as close as you can to achieving that natively on your car. This here, in this little box, is the T2C wireless CarPlay and Android Auto adapter that works in your Tesla. This little box allows you to get CarPlay and Android Auto on the main screen of your Tesla without any other hardware. All you need is this box and a smartphone. This is a one-time purchase, and there are no additional costs. You can put a SIM card in this little box to get direct access to the internet, but it is absolutely not required, and I'll show you how to make it work without the SIM card. Now, before we get into the install, let's cut to the chase and show you what this little guy can do. It runs from your main Tesla screen from the web browser, and CarPlay is there waiting for you. It does exactly what you would expect. All your CarPlay-enabled apps are available on the list. Favorites like Waze, Pandora, XM Radio, PlugShare, A Better Route Planner, Google Maps, Podcasts, or just about any other app you want in your car is there and available for you. If there's an app that you want, simply download it on your phone from the App Store. Navigation is surprisingly smooth, and it works like you would expect it to work. Swipe back and forth, select apps, and the sound plays through your car. It is just like having a built-in CarPlay console right from within the browser on your Tesla. It works just as well while you're driving too. Here's Waze running at the same time I'm using FSD Beta in the car. In fact, both are navigating at the same time, and I'm getting voice prompts from both. You can also use the Hey Siri command to pull up Siri directly on the screen, and it works just as you would expect it to work. You can also swipe close CarPlay and put it behind so you can see what's behind the screen and reopen it from the browser, and you're good to go back right where you left off. I will admit that the steps involved in the initial setup can be a bit cumbersome, and I'll get to that in a minute. However, launching it is quick and easy. Just open your browser, go to the website, and if you bookmark the site, you can get to it quickly from the browser, and if it's the last thing you had open, likely it will open up for you automatically. Now let's get into how to make this thing work on the screen. I will admit that it does have a number of steps in order to make it work, and if you get one of those steps wrong, it simply won't work, and it won't be clear what you did or what you did wrong. Let's get started by plugging this little box into one of your USB connections on the car. The kit comes with both a USB-A and a USB-C cable, so you have a choice, and all you need to do is plug it into any connection in the car because that connection is only used for power. I'm using the connections in the center console near my screen because that makes the most sense for me. Next, go over to your phone. we need to set up a few things on your phone. First thing, enable personal hotspot sharing. You can set whatever password you want, but it's critical that you turn that on. Then go to Bluetooth and connect to the box. Look for something in the list called AutoKit. It'll be followed by a series of numbers and letters. Pair to the box and you will then be asked to use CarPlay. Say yes when prompted. Next, you need to pop over to your Tesla. Go to your Wi-Fi settings and connect to the Wi-Fi, also called AutoKit, followed by that same string of letters and numbers. Select it and connect. Now, in order to get the car to connect to this again, you need to go to your Wi-Fi settings on the car and select to enable this Wi-Fi connection while driving. This is important. Now, once Wi-Fi is connected, open up the browser and go to the website testpush.com, and if all goes well, you should see CarPlay running on your screen. Now for me, I also found that I needed to connect my Wi-Fi on my phone to the box as well in addition to Bluetooth. However, I will note that I could not find that step in the instructions, but once I did that, everything worked great. I will admit the initial setup was a bit wonky. However, you only need to do that one time. The real question is, how well does this work once it's set up? Well, if you have your phone and car set up to automatically connect, I find CarPlay connects pretty quickly and automatically. However, I did find that if your car is in a deep sleep, I did have to manually connect the car to Wi-Fi and then connect it to the box, and then it finally did connect to CarPlay. And it took about a minute total in order for the CarPlay screen to come up. So what do I think about this box from CarLinkit? Well, it works about as well as it could given the fact that it wasn't developed by Tesla. I like that it can completely coexist with the car's navigation and display, and I like having the option to get the apps that are simply aren't supported on the car now up on my screen. Another thing that you need to consider is that your car will use your phone's data connection for navigation. Since you're connecting to the box via Wi-Fi from your Tesla to the box, all data goes through the box and therefore through your phone. So keep that in mind. Should you buy this? Well, if you want CarPlay or Android Auto on your main Tesla screen, then I would say that this is a good product to buy. I put a link in the description below if you want to swing down to their website and pick up one of your own. Finally, please do me a favor and tap that like button if you found this video helpful. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're interested in learning more about automating your Tesla for free, check out this video right here to learn more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.